Good morning to all of you, dear students. As we discussed about the taxes in the at this time, and today we will discuss about changing in agriculture. There were some changes in this at that time in change in agriculture, like you know, one of the growing use of iron plugs, as I told you in the live class also, that this is the important thing. There is a changes in a plugs here which the dug the field, and this made by that heavy uh, clay soil could be turned over better than with a wooden plugs here. So as you know that wooden plugs here is made by upper part made by the wooden, and second thing, uh, the iron plugs here were made by the iron. So iron is a very because because the iron was a solid and solid metal, and that means that heavy clayly soil could be turned out better than a wooden plugs here. So this is the two major changes in agriculture, so that more grains could be produced. Second, I am telling you, people began transplanting paddy. So people were being transplanting paddy. So this meant that instead of scattering seeds on the ground from which plant would sprout, splings were grown and then planted in the field. So as you know that this is the two major changes. uh, at first, the iron flux here. Second, transplanting paddy. Got it? So this is the two major changes in the agriculture, which the when they were harvesting the crop, so it will be increased production, and as may more plants survived. Okay, so the slaves, man and woman, that we call das and dasis. Okay, so that we at that time slaves, men and women को men को kudas and women को dasis, that called in that time, and landless agriculture laborer had to this work. So that we call कर्मकार. ठीक है, landless laborers which have at that time that the name was कर्मकार. So they had to do this work. Okay, so now we will discuss about a closer look of Magad. So this is the most important Mahajanpad at that time, and as you see, map 4, the Magad is in, as I told you in the also in this you know in our live class. So Magad, as you see, this is the Magad. Okay, wait मैं इसको और I'm zoom in. Okay, so you can see this is the Magad. Got it? वैशाली राजगृह और अंग के आसपास, this is the neighboring kingdoms at that time. Kosambi also is there. Okay, so you can see this. So we will discuss about a closer look of Magad. So Magad basically, from Magad on map 4, Magad became the most important Mahajanpad in about 200 years ago, and many rivers such as the Ganga and Son flowed through Magad. So this is basically important that Ganga or Son, which is the river, flowed through Magad, and this was important for transport. देखो where the important thing, because and every civilization were uh, we are recognized in a better manner in a if you see Indus Valley, if you see Egypt ki civilization, so you will see that ki in every civilization come to the coast of the river, survived the river, because of ki it is important for water supply, transport, making the land fertile. Okay, parts of Magad were forested. Elephants which lived in forest could be captured and trained for army. So elephants were, and they captured many forest animals, and they trained them, and it is not, this is the important for the army. ठीक है, so if you will listen or heard before this time that the important animals were used in the army and in a battle also. Okay, so basically in the Magad it is going on this one. So Magad had two very powerful rulers. So this is the important thing that Magad have a two powerful ruler. First Bimbisar and second Ajasatru. Okay, this is Bimbisar and second Ajasatru, ठीक है. So who use all possible means to conquer other जनपद. So as I told you, उसके in a neighboring जो there are neighboring kingdom is Ang, Vaisali. Okay, so they were conquer other janpads also. So Mahapadmananda was another important ruler. He extended his control of the northwest part of the subcontinent. राजगिरी डे present राजगिर, ठीक है. तो राजगिर को राजगिर and at this time present day that we call Rajgir, ठीक है, Rajgir. And in Bihar, this is in Bihar, was the capital of Magad for several years. So as I told in the life class also, so Magad was in Patna it means in the at Bihar. So basically more than 2300 years ago, a ruler named Alexander who lived in Macedonia in Europe. So Alexander, as you know that if you heard Alexander to 2300 years ago, he was the ruler of Macedonia in Europe. Wanted to become a world conqueror. Of course, he didn't conquer the world, but he did did conquer parts of Egypt and West Asia also. So Egypt and West Asia he were win those of the territories and come to Indian subcontinent or continent also. So reaching up to bank the Vyas. When he wanted to march further eastwards, his soldier refused. So he basically Alexander when he was come in the coast of this Bias river, so his soldier refused to and he is scared. Basically their soldier were scared for because they heard that the ruler of India had vast army of foot soldiers. So so this is chariots and elephants. So basically elephants and chariots which have to trained for the army also. So they were hard this one, so they refused. Then we will talk about a closer look of Vajji. So कि Vajji is a republic at that time, and that we call Vajji Union. So Magad become a powerful kingdom. So Vajji with the capital of Vaisali, it is a Vihar also, and was under a different form of government known as Jana or Sangh. So as I told you, it is called Union or Sangh. Okay, so this is the Hindi meaning that this is the Sangh. Okay. So basically this is the Sangh. So in a Jana or a Sangh there were not one but many rulers, or sometimes even when thousands of men rule together. So it's basically a democratic country like a republic country. It is basically democratic country. So as I told you at that time in a this is a republic also. Okay, so these rather perform ritual together, and they also meet in assemblies and decide what had to be done. So basically this is the democratic, so a republic, or okay, all men or women were come to the assemblies, basically men. So they would decide in the assembly and what to do and what to have been done. So through discussion and debate, for example, if they were attacked by an enemy, they met to discuss what should be done to meet the threat. So because of they were discussion, so it is very important thing to in a democratic country. As you see in the present time also, there will meetings held by the prime minister or in a central government and a chief minister in a state government. So this is to be done at that time where the threat and should be done to meet the threat. And however women, dasis and karmakar could not participate in this assembly. So women had not, and dasis and karmakar they were not also in the participate in this assembly. And both the Buddha and Mahavira, as you will read in the chapter 6, new questions and ideas, this is a chapter. so belong to Jana or Sangha also. So they belonged, Buddha and Mahavira, both of the Jana and Sangha, because they were in relative their relations in those of the Sangha and Janas. So some of the most vivid description of life in Sanghas can be found in Buddhist book. Okay, so this is the end of the video. Last Raja's powerful kingdom tried to conquer the Sanghas. Nevertheless, these lasted for a very long time. So you know कि जो राजाज and संघास थे at that time, so they were, you know, they were powerful kingdoms. They have as you know, Magad, ठीक है, मगध हो गया, वज्जी हो गया, एंड यू नो वैशाली. सो दे वर become a powerful kingdoms, so they were conquered the other kingdoms also. And never that these lasted for a very long time, so till about 1500 years ago, when the last of the Jana or Sanghas were conquered by the Gupta rulers. So they were be conquered by Gupta rulers. Okay, that we will talk about the next chapter, or chapter 10. Okay, so about whom you will read in chapter 10. So basically we will know about this the chapter, ki how the, you know, ki how the important thing, how the Jana and Sangha were doing, and what had they done, what is the changes, like changes in agriculture, as I told you. Okay, so this is the end of the video. So thank you, God bless you, and be safe. Thank you.